Moon Me. So during this new moon in the sign of Capricorn that is happening on the 2nd of January, starting the new year of 2022. So with this new moon, we have this clean slate to start a new intention. And it's in the sign of Capricorn. So this new intention is going to be based on the foundational structure of wanting to create something that is, of course, practical and something that is strongly tied into the 3D in a way where whatever it is that we want to bring into manifestation, it has a concrete structure. So with Capricorn, this is actually bringing something into the three-dimensional that's going to be tangible, that is going to have a solid foundation to further build off of, and it will ultimately lead to a strong sense of, for instance, if it's wisdom, it's going to be a strong wisdom that you can build upon and carry throughout your life, that you can continue to draw strength from, protection, and that can make you a more solid person in whatever it is that you're wise about. So, and of course, if it's some sort of, if it's some sort of structure element of some, maybe a plan where you want to create some sort of endeavor that is something that can be prosperous or fruitful, it will have a long standing and will stand the test of time ultimately, and you can further expand and build off of, and it will almost have this concrete foundation where if there's any editing or any types of changes or transformations that could occur with this new intention, it can be changed and molded in such a way where it still has that protection, that security, and that concrete foundation to help with, that process of whatever this intention is transforming and adapting to the circumstances of the times. So that's what the Capricorn energy really adds to the intention. It creates a solid, secure foundation so that whatever the intention is, it can ultimately have the capacity to transform and change and kind of just organically evolve in its experience. So that's a really great thing about the sign of Capricorn. It stands the test of time. So let's start off with the aspects that are going to be directly connected with the new moon in Capricorn. So the sun and the moon are conjunct in Capricorn at 12 degrees each, to be exact, from what I'm looking at. So I'm going to give you just my own analysis of the chart, and I'm also going to use my intuition and the channeled messages that I get from Spirit to further combine my own knowledge of astrology and also add what I pick up on as I continue to decipher and analyze the chart. So with these degrees, You know, this is very Jupiterian, expansive, and it also has something to do with furthering education, spirituality, and going to distant places, whether it be kind of having this wanderlust within the mind to kind of travel, astral travel, or even if it's physically going to distant places and gaining some sort of knowledge to further one's own understanding of what it is for the importance of structure and the practicality of how we can base our own spiritual knowledge and our own ideas in order to share it with the others. So it's basically kind of doing our own voyaging of drawing information and further enlightenment to us. That way we can share that with others and almost further expand the knowledge that we all have the capability of learning about in this 3D world and also in other realms that are unforeseen. So this is just us individually doing our own work to gain further knowledge and enlightenment and kind of put it on the table and share, and for others to not necessarily agree with, but just to have something to kind of add to and help expand the consciousness and the universal psyche in that way. And then also what I'm sensing is this is going to create this form of wanting to take this this energy of the search for greater wisdom and make it where people can appreciate and ultimately embrace and have some sort of form of love in order to kind of solidify each and everyone's own opinions and own research and own experience and life path, and you know, just their own walk of life that has basically gained them the knowledge that they're able to kind of formulate in their own sense to share and make it sensible so people can appreciate and love what it is that they feel confident enough to share. So, you know, these are just basically spiritual ideas, you know, further enlightenment so that we can almost kind of bounce ideas off of each other and our own experiences, our own search of different kinds of knowledge and wisdom, and how we were able to draw that sense of enlightenment to us, and how we are confident enough to share it with others. Because, I mean, Jupiter is a very confident sign, so whether it makes sense or not, it's the ability to share and also stimulate the psyche to further kind of try to understand, or it may ignite or, you know, set off something in other people's psyche where it allows them to, you know, look at something from a different point of view, and that will help further their curiosity in ways where it can further enlighten, okay? So we can kind of all pull everything together. So let's see here. So the major aspect that I see with the new moon in Capricorn is the trine to Uranus retrograde at 10 degrees Taurus. So this is definitely kind of allowing for everyone to have this sense of wanting to individualize themselves and empower themselves to create value surrounding what it is that they need to, almost, since it's retrograde, it makes me want to express that this is the need to reevaluate and further enhance what it is that they feel is of value and of importance to themselves. And since it's a 10 degree, the one, this is all about self, and not just the individual person, but what the individual person stands for and what they showcase as far as how they lead, how they initiate thought and ideas, and how their intentions, their motives, their goals can be valued with Taurus, and can ultimately give them a new sense of purpose with the new moon in Capricorn. Because with this trine, it's almost creating a nice sensual connection to how an individual, all of us, will want to reevaluate some sort of cultural self-value within ourselves and initiate that in a trailblazing way where others can really appreciate that, and where it can be understood as wanting to kind of further enhance our own structural society in the way where it adds to humanity's goal to want to create this solid foundation and structure where we can appreciate each and everyone's own individual values and their own sense of pleasures and what life entails for them as far as security with Taurus. So this is kind of just reevaluating, analyzing, and kind of propelling that energy forward ultimately, and bringing it into manifestation with Capricorn. Because to me, Capricorn is a sign where, I mean, people might not think that Capricorn is an intuitive sign, but Capricorn is the one that is cardinal earth. And, you know, earth signs is a feminine energy, and feminine energy is very intuitive, creative, and also psychic. And with Capricorn, it brings things into manifestation with its tenacity of being able to just put in the hard work and not stopping until the goal is met. So it has the stamina for that long-term commitment of creating the unconscious, or should I say subconscious desires, and just in its Capricornian way, bringing that into manifestation and making it a reality through its hard work and its ability to stick with the plan and ultimately execute it, where it becomes very concrete, stable, secure, and tangible and long-lasting. So that's a nice trine. And then And as far as what my chart, I don't have any asteroids on my chart. I just have the planets, the personal, outer, and the nodes. So I don't see any for this time that I have, which is basically 10 o'clock on Sunday. So I don't see any other aspects directly impacting the new moon. So I'm going to go to all of the other interactions with the planets and how they're giving its influence on this day of the new moon in Capricorn. So first I'm going to start with, instead of going around the wheel, I'm going to just start with the inner planets. And that will be Mercury, and then I'll work my way to the outer, if I haven't already covered any aspects that are connected between the personal and outer planets and the luminaries. So Mercury is at 0 degrees of Aquarius, and